Hi, I'm Sarah.
And I'm Michelle, and we're here to talk
and laugh. I love saying that differently every time. I get so excited. I'm like, I wonder what I'm going to do this time. I don't know.
How am I going to say it?
I don't know. And laugh.
Okay.
What?
So I have notes.
You
so
just picked up your
my,
phone. I'm like, what's happening
I have
here?
notes because there's absolutely no way I'd be able to memorize this. But I was watching, and I admit I didn't watch the whole thing. I kind of sped up in parts, but we have the gist of a Mel Robbins podcast. And she had on
really
there.
Like that. Yeah.
Yeah. She had on there a professor from Cornell. His name is Dr. Carl Pillemer.
Okay.
And basically it's like life lessons from 90-year-olds. And I thought that was so sweet. I mean, I think there are a lot of books about that. Or,
right.
If you just sit down and talk to your grandparents, if you're lucky enough to, that they're still around, I'm sure they would have some wisdom to share with you. But I wanted to talk to you about the 5 that this Dr. Pillemer talks about and how you feel about them. And
wait, but the 5 what?
Like the lessons that these 90-year-olds shared.
I'm sorry. Okay, so the top 5 lessons from 90-year-olds shared on a Mel Robbins podcast. Let's go. Yeah. I'm so in for this.
Sorry, I was so unclear.
So in for that. No, you were totally clear. I have to double check because I don't know things. No, I would love to do that. That sounds great.
And I think these 5, just to be clear, I think these 5 pieces of advice are ones that this doctor kind of, he gathered from these 90-year-olds and kind of created this list.
Okay, so he aggregated all those conversations and was like, this is what's come to the top the most often. Okay, got it. Okay.
I think that's the gist of it.
Yeah.
Anyway, I thought this would make for a good conversation. Because I do feel like, we're at this certain age, right? We're in midlife or whatever, where I am starting to feel like, not like time is running out, but like, I don't want to have any regrets. And if there's anything I can fix or change, now would really be the good time, the best time to do it.
Let's not wait.
Yeah, let's not wait anymore. Like, when you're younger and you're cockier and you just feel like, I've got plenty of time or I know what I'm doing. You reach this age, at least for me personally, where I feel like, well, no, life is kind of short.
Yeah.
And I don't know shit. So I would love...
Isn't that the truth though? Like the more we learn, don't you feel dumber? Like the more I learn, the more I'm like, I don't know things.
1,000%.
Yeah.
1,000%.
Well, I think this is actually really timely that we're doing this episode because I just finished a book that I would advise anybody get, and it's called 4,000 Weeks.
Oh.
Because as human beings, the average lifespan is only 4,000 weeks.
4,000 weeks.
And when you say it like that, it's like, wait, what?
God.
And I have to tell you, it's one of those books that really has moved me. I've been giving it to my students and clients lately because I just think it is so great. And I think us talking about this now, because my brain's already kind of on this. So this is actually like really
good timing.
Really cool timing.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I would love to talk to you, especially about this because
why me?
You're very intelligent. You're very self-aware.
I fooled you all. I have fooled, I win. Yes. Okay.
Stop. You're very intelligent. You're very self-aware. And because you read books like 4,000 Weeks or whatever, and I feel like I'm the complete opposite. I very rarely think back on things. I very rarely plan for things. So I'm excited to have this conversation with you because this is probably going to be kind of hard for me to even think about in terms of like, well, I don't want to die with any regrets or think, I mean, how hard, right? That's terrible.
I mean, that's like a heavy lift. Like you might want to give yourself a little bit of breathing room there and a little bit of space.
I will have no regrets.
Michelle's like, I will just explode if I don't. Yeah, that's a heavy lift there, my love.
Yeah,
but I think it's a great thing to at least imagine and talk about because I do think we go on autopilot a little bit too fast, a little bit too often, and we think, oh, it's fine, I'll have tomorrow. Well, no, none of us were promised tomorrow, ever, and so I think for you, I'm interested to have this conversation because you and I have talked in past episodes about how you don't savor your successes. You don't take a minute to look back and reflect. And so I'll freaking do that with you all dang day. Let's go.
All right, let's do it. Let's go. Okay.
Right.
Let me share with you the 5 lessons that were on this podcast. So the first one is be honest.
Whoa.
The second one is say yes to opportunities. Number 3, which I think is great because this is so specific, but it's travel more.
Yeah. Love that. Okay.
Number 4 is choose a mate with care.
Oh, can I put an exclamation point at the end of that one?
Yes.
Yes, please.
And number 5 is say it now.
Ooh. God, that kind of goes with the be honest one, but different. Okay.
But different.
Ooh, I like the now
different.
on that. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So
it's different because, let's start with be honest.
Okay.
So I think the be honest, the theme of that was more about living authentically.
Okay.
And being like true to yourself.
Hardest thing to do, honestly.
Yeah. And to build or don't build a life around what others think you should do.
Ooh.
So it's more of an introspective honesty, I think, is the be honest.
That is wow. Okay, so don't build a life. Wow. So don't build your life based on what you think other people want you to do, which is near impossible on the planet right now, I think, for most people.
It's hard.
It's really hard.
It's hard. It's we're social creatures.
Right.
Right. We succumb to peer pressure, right? It's just the human condition. And this actually brings up something I remember getting a lot of comments on because I don't have children.
Right.
And so younger women would often ask me, how did you deal with the pressure? Because usually parents want you to have kids. When are you having kids? Your aunts and uncles, when are you having kids? Your grandparent, right? Your friends who have kids, when are you having kids? There's a lot of pressure on women to have kids.
There is.
And I thank my lucky stars because, one, I never wanted kids. It was never a question mark for me. It was that I just never wanted them.
Wow. So if you had married someone who really wanted kids, would that have changed? No. You were like an absolute no, not like I'd prefer not to. You were like, no.
No, I don't want them.
Okay.
And I even had the discussion with my now husband when we were dating. I said, I don't want children. If you want kids, then we should break up.
Wow. I love that.
He took the weekend to think about it because that's a big thing. And it's not to say that solved all of our problems, obviously, because I think people change their minds. I know a lot of couples, right? They're on the same page and then they realize, shit, either I do want or I don't want kids. And that usually breaks them up. I mean,
come on, it's a mammoth thing. You can't not be on the same page with a partner on that one. That's just not a thing.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So I have had conversations with women younger than me, asking me like, how did you know? How did you navigate all of that pressure? And, I tell them, of course, I just never wanted it. So it was just never up for discussion. But I am so lucky that my parents never pressured me.
You are lucky.
Very lucky.
Yeah.
And my mom was actually, I think my dad would have liked grandkids.
Yeah.
I think he would have really, really liked that, but he never pressured me to have any. My mom, I've talked about my mom on this channel before. She's kind of a ball buster when she was younger. I'm not going to lie. She was kind of a ball buster. And she raised me to be like, you don't need a man and you don't have to have children.
Wow. God bless her.
Yeah.
God bless her. Seriously.
Yes. Thank you, Mom.
That's amazing.
Thank you, Mom. So thankfully I didn't grow up with that kind of pressure. But yeah, you have to, that is one thing. You cannot succumb to any kind of pressure regarding decisions like that?
No, because you know what? I'm so sorry. All those people who are so nosy and so obnoxious, they're not there at 3:00 in the morning with you. They're not doing the dishes after you've had a thankless day. They're not the ones whose bodies fall apart. They're not the ones who have to run and do the fucking PTA things that you got to. F off. This is day in and day out for the rest of your freaking life from the second you pee on that stick until forever. Right. So for someone else to think they have any say in the most private moments of your life when you're at the kitchen sink sobbing because you haven't slept in 3 days. I don't care if you want me to have children or not. No. You don't get to say that. Yeah. Oh, good on you, sister. I did not realize. I always knew you didn't want kids, but I don't think I knew how clear you were about it.
Yeah.
Like it was, I kind of thought it was a little bit more casual. Like,
not my thing. Yeah.
No, you're like, no.
Yeah.
It's really great, Michele. I mean, that is a huge kudos to you to be that clear about it.
And
Most people aren't.
Yeah. And it was ever since I was little. I remember I had friends that loved to play dolly.
Right.
And they would pretend they'd have a doll. They'd pretend they were like feeding them, whatever. Never. I always had like a stuffed animal. I was like, that's not my thing. I'm like, I don't want to do that.
Wow.
Whatever it is you're doing.
Whatever that is?
Whatever
No.
that is. Not into it.
Huh. I love that.
Yeah.
No, that's really great, actually. Okay. How do you think most women are doing with that now?
I mean, I would like to think, again, I think just the dynamics within a family are always very specific and very personal. But I think culturally at large, I think women, are feeling a little bit more freedom to choose, maybe aren't feeling as much pressure outside of the family. I mean, I think there was pressure from all sides before.
Yes.
Right. And now I think culturally, maybe there isn't as much pressure. There isn't as much of our value tied to having children, to becoming mothers, thankfully.
Right. Agreed. Agree. I mean, it's still there though.
We can't
pretend. But I think it's so much better than it has been in the past. I think you're right about that.
Yeah.
I just, obviously, I love that you're having these conversations with people, that people are knowing they could reach out to you, that you're a space they could reach out to you, but that you're actually having those conversations. I think is great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I do think this is a result of being from the New York City area and having spent so much time in New York City. But I mean, I would say most of my friends don't have kids.
Yeah.
And I feel like that's unusual, because whenever I do go to the suburbs or, anywhere between New York and LA, people have kids pretty young. Like they start right after college or right after high school or whatever. And I'm always shocked. I'm always like, oh, wow. But I'm like, oh, wait, that's kind of more than the norm than what I'm used to.
Yeah. I had such a different take on it, but as far as being authentic, right? Being honest, that was the lesson, right? Is I was the one playing with the dolls. Like like being a mom, being married, I didn't give a shit about.
Yeah.
So, that was on the side, but the children, non-negotiable.
No, I know.
I was the opposite.
Very clear. Yeah.
Yeah. That's so interesting. But it's interesting, out of our group of 5, there's only 2 of us with kids.
Yeah.
I actually think that's interesting too.
Yeah,
the tide is turning a little bit there.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think it's great. I think everybody should do. You get one life. You get 4,000 freaking weeks, people.
Exactly.
Like, make yourself happy, for crying out Christmas.
Yeah.
Like, holy cannoli, get it together. I
do want to say though that it's also really hard, and I think it's getting harder and harder in this day and age with social media, with things being flashed in front of our eyes constantly, that I think people actually have a hard time figuring out what it is that they want.
Agreed.
And that's of course where you have to start if you're going to be true to yourself, right?
Yes. You're so funny. And yes, I got nothing else to say, but yes. But I think in order to course correct that, because I do think it's something we have to course correct, you've got to actually actively spend time alone and actually be quiet. And it is really hard lately. One of the other things, God, I keep bringing up this book. One of the other things I loved about this book,
I have to read it.
You really will love it. And we'll link to it under this video or in the show notes for people to check out. But in it, what he talks about is that attention actually is life. So when you're really engaged in an experience, like us talking right now and how much we're with each other, we're not half listening, we're not running, this is an experience we're having because our attention is focused. This is life. And that what has happened is there has been almost I don't want to say a war, that's too harsh, but there's been a concerted effort to suck as much attention as possible away from anything we might want. And I think in order to mitigate that, you do have to spend time alone. You have to be quiet, right? Or be with people that you love, no phones involved, like all those kinds of things we're all talking about now. because our attention is worth so much money,
Mm-hmm.
right? People are vying for it all the time. And that actually is our life that we're giving away. And I think that goes, isn't that, I know it's kind of like a little bit profound, but it's also like, I think I'm sad.
Real deep. Walton.
I did. Well, I'll do that
deep.
every once in a while. But if you're going to figure out how to be honest, you gotta like, not in the Seinfeld way, but like be the master of your own domain, right? You've got to figure out how to be disciplined about that. And I don't think that's negotiable anymore. I think we have to get really serious about how we turn that off because that attention is our life and we're giving it away constantly.
Yeah.
You know? And so in order to be honest, you got to be quiet.
Yeah.
Yeah. So sorry. I took that in a different direction, but I think that's important.
So, like you said, I think it's very profound. It's like the attention has to be on you yourself, right? Otherwise, what
are we doing?
Yeah. Otherwise, what are we doing?
What are we doing? And that goes back to that point of someone else thinking they could tell you or dictate to you what your life is supposed to look like when you're the one sobbing doing the dishes at 3 a.m., right? Like, no, you don't get to, no.
Yeah.
Right? And having the kind of the space for all of us to find out what we want so we can be honest about it.
I mean, I really feel for the kids who are growing up with social media, right? And like your kids. And them being fed the supposed to be's and this is what life is like, or just, like our friend, her daughter's just going into college and there's like a food that's become really popular on TikTok and now that's what she wants for dinner every night. I'm like, oh my God.
Yeah.
It's like come down to that. Like we're dictating now, like what, does she even like that?
Right. Because she if she likes it. Right. That's that's a legit question.
Yeah. It's crazy.
Does she even know if she really likes it? So I think that's the first part of that is you got to know what there is for you to be honest about.
Yeah.
And we're in this weird space where, like you're saying, like everything's tiny micromanaged. Like I watch my own children, like, Mom, you can't say it that way. You have to say it this way, or, oh, you're trying too hard, or, oh, this, or, oh, that. And it's so important to them. And I'm like, yeah, I don't really care what strangers on the internet say.
No.
I have to wake up with me every day. I have to wake up and be who I am and show up. And like, what are you talking about? That some person that you've never met has said this one thing and now I was like, whoa.
Everyone is just, these kids are being judged by everyone and they're judging each other. I mean, it's just this.
Oh, it just breaks my heart. Yeah.
Yeah. It's just, it's crazy. It's crazy.
Yeah.
The social pressures that they're under, I just can't even imagine. But yeah, I mean, until they can somehow tear themselves away and really figure out who they are and what they want, I mean, it's going to be a muddled mess.
It is. It is. But, hopefully, listen, I got a lot of faith in them.
Yeah.
But I think for those of us, so what, we're in our 50s, looking at what do we need to be honest about so we don't have regrets. Is there anything else for you? I mean, I think the kids thing was a big deal for you, especially at the time that you did it. I think it's great.
Yeah. I mean, I would have to say like the quote unquote career thing, that's definitely, I've never had this like dream career and like, do I have any regrets not going after something like that? I don't really have that.
Okay.
But I definitely, when it comes to, and I'm working on them and I'm glad I am, but like this relationship with food that I've been dealing with or whatever, like, I just, I told myself, because I basically started really, really addressing it when I turned 50. I was like, I'm 50 and I'm still dealing with this addiction to food that I have, this really poor relationship to food that I have. I mean, since I was like, what, 10, 11, 12?
Yeah.
Like, this is ridiculous. Let's work on this. Let's get over this. And like most things that you have to get over and work on yourself for, there's no end date, right? This is going to be kind of like a constant thing. But I'm like, but I needed to start really addressing it. Yeah. And I'm glad I have. I mean, I think I've made strides.
Oh, you have. There's no question.
In that regard.
Yeah.
And it's, I mean, I would have to say, like, if I kind of kept putting it off and if I was still struggling with that would definitely
be a regret.
For sure.
Huh.
Yeah. Because I'm the only one. I'm the only one that can fix this problem.
There's nowhere else to look, right? You're the one who can actually decide what goes in your mouth.
Yeah.
No one else.
Yeah.
Interesting. Okay.
What about you?
Okay. Regrets. It's funny because I think we're going to talk about this later too, but traveling, I want to make sure that I go to the places I've wanted to see. I mean, we have this one little globe and we're living in this extraordinary time where we can actually go travel. So I want to make sure I do that. But as far as being honest, I think, wow, I really don't have like one thing I want to make sure I do or I say or I'm honest about. But I think for me, it is living a life that really does reflect who I am, right?
I mean, I think you're killing it. I think you're knocking it out of the park. I mean, you're doing exactly what you've always wanted to do on your terms. It's your own business. You're not doing it for someone else. You wanted kids.
I did.
You had to, right? And you had the really hard conversation with yourself that your marriage wasn't working for you. You took that step. A lot of people stay in horrible marriages because it's really scary. I don't blame those people because it's scary as hell.
It's the hardest thing I've done, I think. Yeah.
But you were like, this isn't, I've got one life.
Yes.
And this is not what I want for it.
Yeah.
And you did it.
Yeah. Well, thank you for that. I think, but I think that's why I'm having a hard time narrowing this down to like one thing I've got to do. Like besides travel, I think it is being honest in the moment as things occur. I think that's, I would have a regret if I don't continue to do that because I didn't do it for so long. And now that I've started to do it, I'm like, oh, wait, I can do this. And I know that sounds silly, but to all the people who stay, you don't think you can, right? It's really hard. I think leaving is actually harder. I think that was a big myth I was taught. You talk about social pressure is like getting divorced is so easy compared to staying. I was like, oh, no, it's the opposite, people. It is so the opposite, right?
Because it's the unknown.
It is. It's the unknown, but also the judgment that comes with it. Like, oh, you took the easy road. It's like, are you freaking kidding me? This was so hard, right?
Really? Do people think that?
Oh, you just gave up? It's like, are you out of your mind?
Oh, that's so mean.
I know.
Okay.
It's really awful.
Yeah.
No, it's out there. You guys, it's not great. So I think a regret I would have is to this list's point is not being honest in the moment enough. And it's hard, because sometimes when you're really honest, you hurt people like the conversation you had with your now husband, like, listen, you're going to have to decide if you want to break up with me. Yeah. That's hard.
Yeah.
You got to, like that can hurt people. But I think it's more important that we hurt people in the moment so they can go live lives or do whatever they need to go do. And it's more important we're honest for ourselves in that moment so we can live the lives we want to live too.
Yeah.
So that was a heavier answer to your question, but I do think being honest is critical, but you got to be able to do it in the moment. At least for me, that would be what I'd be focused on for the next 40 years.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Let's take a look at number 2. Say yes to opportunities. Take chances, especially when you're younger. Too late. I'm just kidding.
That ship has sailed, people.
Don't wait for the perfect moment because it often never comes.
Oh, here. Oh, I love that.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Never comes.
Because how many times when I was younger did I put something off because it was like, no, I've got this and and this and I'll just wait for next weekend. Like whatever it was.
Right.
It's never the perfect time.
Ever.
The chips never fall. Right. They never let your ducks will never be in a row. Never.
I love that. I'm sorry. I just visioned the chips falling. Just as you did that, I was like, ooh, chips. Yeah. I think that is so critical. I think I've probably done this almost too much.
Okay.
I am a yes person.
Okay. I think that's great though.
Yeah. Well,
I think that's great. I mean, I think people put too much negative attention on failures, right? I just feel like successes and failures, they're just all learning lessons. They're all just lessons to be learned. And you can't learn anything if you're not saying yes to things.
Agreed.
Right?
Yeah.
But I think you are really good at that.
This is one. Yeah. There's a couple things I wish I might have said no to that I did not, but that's okay.
Yeah.
They're very rare. And I remember reading a quote. I wish I could attribute this to someone I don't know who, but very young. And the quote is this, it's very awkward, but it's almost kind of funny, is we rarely regret the things we do, and we almost always regret the things we don't do.
Yeah.
And I heard that very young. And boy, did I take that to heart. Like, in the middle of a massive work launch when I was in my 20s, someone was like, you want to go to Peru and hike the Inca Trail? And I was like, don't mind if I do.
Yeah.
And I did.
Yeah.
And I just called off a wedding and I'm like, going to Peru. Bye, everybody. Like, I just loved it. It was great. Right. But I always said yes. Or a new job would come up. I'd say yes. A new startup would want me at yes. A new venture capital. Yes.
Do you feel like that has slowed down a little bit as you've gotten older?
Well, I've said yes to the things that matter to me so much that I don't need as much.
Okay.
And I think that's why I'm aware of the travel.
Okay.
Because I'm so content. It's like, I do get to run my business. I have a great time. I figured out I was ready for a life partner. So I started dating. Like the kids are great. Like business is running. The friendships are fantastic. So I'm kind of like, I said yes to the right things.
Yeah.
But I also don't want to act like I'm finished.
Yeah.
So I think that's why I keep going back to that. Like, get up, Sarah. Come on. There's more to say yes to.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm not sure. I mean, I think I'm taking this a little bit literally.
Yeah.
But I'm not sure that I've had that many opportunities presented to me where I've had to either say yes or no to. I feel like I've just...
What are you talking about? You get them on a daily basis.
I mean, I just... I don't know. Maybe I'm just not looking at it correctly, but I don't know. You know me. I just kind of jump from one thing to the next. And I'm just like, oh, let's try that.
Yeah, but that's you saying yes. That's the whole thing.
I guess yes to me.
Yes to you.
Yeah.
And I think on the daily, you're asked to collaborate. You're asked to help. You're asked to be a part of, and you get to make that decision daily. I think you're actually doing that all the time.
I guess. Yeah.
Yeah, I just don't think you think of it that way.
I don't.
Yeah.
I don't. I guess I'm thinking about opportunities in a much larger sense.
Right. Like someone comes to you and says, we'd love for you to run Prada. And you're like, well, don't mind if I do.
Yeah.
Right.
Let's just put that out into the universe.
Please, right. Anybody hear that? Bueller. Yeah.
Let me just say for the record, you don't even have to ask. The answer is yes.
I learned that from a podcast episode. Say yes.
Say yes.
That's hilarious. Yeah. Mine would be Disney.
Oh, yeah.
If they were like, hey, Walton, could you? I'd be, yes.
The answer is always yes.
Yeah.
Oh my God. What is my answer always yes to? I think, do you want to try this new restaurant? Answer is always yes.
There's like a Michelle-shaped hole in the wall. You're like, I'm out. Let's go.
Always.
Now.
Always. Actually, sorry, this is total sidebar. So a new Michelin-starred Indian, the only Michelin-starred Indian restaurant just opened up a location in Las Vegas at Aria. And I finally was able to make a reservation 5 weeks out.
Oh my gosh. Are you so excited?
I'm so excited.
Oh, you have to tell me I want like every.
Oh yeah. I'm like salivating.
I know, me too. My mouth's totally just filled up with saliva. But like, I want to know every, it really did. Every spice, every flavor, every dish. I got to know everything.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, I die.
Yeah.
Okay.
I made the reservation. I tell my husband, I was like, this is when we're going. And he was like, oh, and he started asking me questions. I'm like, I don't know.
I don't care.
New Michelin Indian
end of
Aria,
list. Be quiet.
Yeah, we're going. He was like, oh. Right.
I don't know. I don't care. You're so funny.
Yeah, he's asking me about the menu or something. I'm like, I don't.
Who cares?
Look it up. I don't know.
Michelin stars.
I know.
Indian.
Like,
stop talking.
Gotta try it.
You're so funny. Yeah, but you are. See, I think you're more of a yes person than you realize. I think you really are.
I am a yes. I'm like, I'm down.
You are.
I'm like, yeah.
It's kind of like, I remember once you and I, on a whim, I think inside of 20 minutes, decided to book tickets somewhere.
Oh, yeah.
On our laptops at my kitchen counter, we slammed our laptops, looked at each other and said, well, guess we're packing.
Yeah. I think I was like standing up and eating something in your kitchen. I was like, yeah, let's do it.
Yeah. By the way, for anyone wondering, that's how you're listening to a podcast right now, too. You know what we should do? Yes.
Yeah, I'm like, yeah, let's do it.
I'm glad we've never asked anybody if we want to join the circus. Jeez. Is there a next thing now? And brought to you by Michelle and Sarah. We're like, what are we doing? We don't know. Yes.
Oh my God. That actually reminds me of that. This is maybe a moment in time I should not have said yes. But when I worked at one of my corporate jobs, I was at a law firm and they were international. So they had offices in China.
Okay.
And because I'm Chinese, I think that they assumed that I spoke Chinese. And of course they did ask, of course. They were like, do you speak Chinese? I'm like, yeah, kind of. I didn't even really know why they were asking.
Okay.
I was like, yeah, kind of. And then a few weeks later, they were like, do you want to go to the Beijing and Shanghai offices and like train?
Oh my gosh.
And I was like, yeah, sure.
Oh, I was
like, I don't speak Chinese well at all. And I definitely don't speak like IT Chinese. I don't even know. I don't know. So anyway, I was like, yeah, sure. Like literally yeah, I'm down.
I love that. I love that.
It was kind of a disaster. I mean, thank goodness most of them spoke English because I was like, I'm so sorry. I'm like, it's too difficult for me to do in Chinese. I just couldn't do it. Anyway, they were very gracious about it.
Were they?
Oh, yeah.
Because I was just saying that's very you though to be, but I could also see you like all of a sudden you got tapes in your ear. You're like listening to everything. You didn't study, because you were still young and you weren't your frisky Michelle self yet.
No, and I let's be honest, at all my corporate jobs, I was like 50% in,
I know.
like
I look at the ground in shame. I know.
Sorry.
I know. I look at people with great work ethics in corporate and I'm like, there is a special place in heaven for you because I fucking dialed that stuff in like nobody's business.
I used to block out my Friday afternoons like I was busy in my calendar just because I was like,
I'm done now.
Do not schedule something like past lunch on a Friday. No. Don't fucking do that shit.
That's really funny. See, I do that now in my business, but I run that. So I'm like, Sarah is out of office from 1 o'clock on. Bye-bye.
Busy.
Yeah. So funny.
Yeah.
Okay. So say yes more. I don't think we have a problem with that, but okay. I want to hear more. That's one I'd love to see in the comments too. Like, what have you said yes to? I want to know more about that.
Yes. Please.
Yeah, for sure.
And do you have any regrets? I mean, you can always, like you said, course correct.
Always.
So if there's something you regret, you can say yes to it now. Say
Dang
yes
straight,
to it
baby.
Now. Okay. This one I love. Travel more.
So we came to my favorite topic.
I mean, yes. And my biggest regret, which I am correcting, is that I didn't travel when I was younger at all.
At all?
At all. I went my freshman year in college. I went to London. And that was the furthest I had ever been.
Really?
From home.
Okay, freshman year in college. Okay.
And then that was it.
Really? Did you enjoy London when you went?
I was such a kid.
Yeah.
And I was like not familiar with the effects of jet lag or to the extent of it. So I like for the first, we weren't there that long. And for like the first 3 days, it was like I slept like all day. It was terrible. Yeah. It was not good, but I did have fun and I did like it.
Good. Okay. But then you didn't get like the travel bug.
I didn't. And I think what always kind of kept me back was I didn't have a lot of money.
Yeah. It's expensive.
It's very expensive. And, it was probably not quite as expensive back then, even without inflation, even like just, it was, I think, less expensive back then.
It was.
I just, not that I didn't see the point of it, but I was like, it's expensive.
Really?
Okay. And so I wish I had done, I wish I had done more of that when I was younger.
Okay.
I think I would be a very different person, because you change when you travel.
There's no question.
Yeah. Your perspective changes.
Yeah.
But I'm really making up for lost time.
You really are.
Yeah. I think in 2023, my husband and I went to Paris, and that was the first time I had been to the continent, the European continent, because I'd only been to London.
Wow.
And my husband had never been to Paris. And I think people were shocked to learn that I had never like traveled really that far at that point.
Yeah.
But I think in New York, you're exposed to so much.
Well, yeah, but it also with that exposure comes, you assume everybody's traveling too, though. I mean, you just do.
Yeah.
Because you're in New York. Europe's like right there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And, and I'm not a great traveler. I think I always told myself that too. I get motion sickness. I have a hard time with jet lag, all those things. But you get to the point where you're like, well, it doesn't matter. Get over it.
Mm-hmm.
Get over it. So, and I think that's when the travel bug really, actually, no, let me take that back. In 2022, for my friend's 50th, I went to Morocco.
I remember that. I'd forgotten about that.
And I think that's when the travel bug really hit me.
Yeah. Well, that's a good place to go.
Oh my God. Because it's different.
Yeah.
It's different. You know, like if you live in New York and you go to Paris, it's different, but it's
a city. It's like, yeah.
Yeah. You can kind of navigate it. It's kind of the similar vibe. But going from Las Vegas to Morocco, while the climate is kind of same, wow. What a different life.
Yeah.
What a different life. It's so beautiful. Anyway, I think that's when the travel bug really, really bit me. And that really changed my perspective on people, or just, I was taught so many lessons, and then, going to Japan.
Your Japan trip. Oh my gosh. Because it's one of the places I haven't been. Yeah. That's definitely on my list. Boy, did you do it right, sister.
Oh
my gosh.
That's the most life-changing.
Was it?
Yeah. The most life-changing.
What changed the most for you when you say that?
I think the way that their culture / philosophy on community is so different from Americans. Americans, I think, more than any other sort of Western first world country, is so like me.
Yes.
Me first, me always, me on top. Me come first, right? me, my family, what I want, right? That's just how we live.
Mm-hmm.
And in Japan, it's a very like we. It's not a me. It's very, very we. And you're like, oh, this actually works, and it actually works better. Oh, I see.
Oh, I'm sure it does. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
That, the videos you shared, the photos from that were just incredible. And it seemed so, what is the word? I want to say rewarding, but that doesn't even cover it. It was so deep for you, I felt like.
Yeah. And I had been to Japan in 2019, and the travel bug was kind of biting me, but then COVID happened.
Right.
Yeah.
Sons of guns.
Yeah, it was squashed.
Boy, did that squash us. It squashed all of us in so many ways.
Yeah.
Okay. So do you have more plans to travel this year?
I do.
Okay.
I do. I'm trying to think, I don't want to travel as much as I did last year, because
I don't think you were home at all last year. Like,
I'm
that
still
was bananas.
Exhausted.
Yeah.
I'm still exhausted. I'm not going to say no to any opportunities.
Yeah, girl.
But I'm not going to plan for as much. But I do want to take one big trip. I think that's a kind of a general rule for myself, is that I want to take one big trip.
What does big mean? Is it distance? Is it time? How do you?
Both,
okay.
I think.
Okay.
So I think it's going to be one or the other. One of my bucket list trips is to go to Patagonia and Antarctica, that whole area. So I would like to do that, but that's very expensive. That's a lot of time. That's at least 2 weeks.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I haven't looked into it, so I don't know.
Yeah. I think, you can spend all that time in Patagonia alone, Argentina and then Chile and that whole area. But then if you want to do, basically it's like a cruise from there to Antarctica, that takes a while. And and then you're kind of cruising through there. And I would love to go and see the penguins and,
I really want to see the penguins.
I want to see the penguins too.
Did you watch March of the Penguins with
Yes.
Did you die?
Like ugly crying like a baby.
I know. I want to go there so bad.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
yeah.
Maybe if you call me, I'll say yes. Who knows? You don't know. I might. She's like, that's why I'm not calling Crazy Pants.
Oh, I'm calling. I'm calling. But that's one trip that I'm considering.
Okay.
The other one, which is not quite as intense, is I want to go to Stockholm.
Oh.
Yeah.
You're going to love it.
I mean, doesn't it seem like everything I would want in a city?
Yes. Yes. I mean, it's been years since I've been there, but yes. Absolutely. I think you're just, it's kind of like when you went to Copenhagen and you were like, oh, I see.
I mean, I may have to swing by.
Yeah. It's so similar that way, of just that feeling, that feeling of, I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's peace. I don't know if it's calm. I don't know if it's security. I don't know, but it is delicious.
It's a very, and I didn't know if it was the time of year I went, because I went to Copenhagen in February.
Oh,
so
dang.
It was gray,
super cold,
rainy, right? So it was very, I think if you're not into that weather, you would probably characterize it as it was very somber kind of time. But I found it very serene.
Yeah.
It's a super peaceful, serene city.
Mm-hmm.
And it's so opposite from the cities in America. As soon as the population grows, it gets more and more frenetic here, I think, right? Like New York is like all but vibrating.
Yes.
Right? As soon as you get off the plane,
actually,
it's
You're
like vibrating. And any big city, I feel like, has that kind of energy here. And then to go to a city, I mean, it's not quite as large, obviously, as New York, but then to go to a city and it feels quiet, it feels peaceful.
Yeah.
It's such a strange, like it's like, it's kind of like a mind fuck. You have to kind of like.
It is a little bit, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because also here, that frenetic energy helps you feel safe, right? Because it's like when New York's quiet, that's actually when you're
creepy.
Like, right? So, mommy's scared, right? But there, it's not. There, it's just the way it is.
Yeah.
And it's wonderful. Yeah, I think you'll love that. I think you'll love Stockholm. Okay, so we've got two cold places, of course, that Michele would like to go this year. I got it, yeah.
What about you?
Yeah. I mean, I got really lucky, right? Again, we're going to go back to my stepmom. I feel like that's all I tell her. And then my stepmom came into my life. But that woman had me in Europe so fast, I didn't even know what was happening. I was 16 and I was biking across Europe and I hit like 9 countries over 12 weeks. It was amazing. And I was biking through the countrysides and then we'd stay in the cities. And I mean, it was surreal. And I remember her telling me, I think because I grew up in such a sheltered, monotone environment, she was like, get out of there and you lose a fear. And I was like, what are you talking? She's like, this fear that there's anybody who's different from you. There isn't.
Yeah.
And the more you travel, the younger you are, the more you travel, the more you see everyone's the same. And I was like, okay, I'll sign up for that.
Yeah.
And then I think the other thing about travel, again, that she taught me was language, and speaking another language fluently and how important that is. Bless you, Michele sneezes. Doesn't she have the cutest sneezes, you guys? You're so cute.
That was toned down.
You're the cutest. Anyway. Okay. Languages. Learning other languages is what she would say is language is thought. Hold on. Language, I'm going to mess this up. Language is culture and culture is thought. So if you can think in another language, you can think in another culture.
Oh, wow.
I know, right? Yeah. And I was like, ooh, right? Because it is true, like the way expressions come out or the way things come out in other languages. And so she said, this is just, you learn another language, it's going to be your passport in life.
Yeah.
To think differently and to meet more people and to go engage in different ways. And I was like, fine. And so I did because of her. I mean, I lived in France for almost 2 years of just, learning the language and being submerged and doing that. And I loved it. And that was very life-changing for me. It wasn't quite like your Japan because it's so different, life-changing. But again, the idea that this world is so beautiful and diverse and the perspectives are so different.
Yeah.
So, I think it's just so critical. I think one of the reasons Travel More is on there is because we really get stuck in our own little world. And because we are so me, it's really easy to stay there. And it's important to break out of that and realize, no, there's an us, there's a we, there's an our. Like we're all sharing the same freaking planet. Like what are all the different things we can see?
Yeah.
But again, going back to 4,000 weeks, in only 4,000 weeks, I'd like to see as much of this planet as I can.
Yeah.
So I don't have any specific plans at the moment, except I heard a friend of mine wants to go to Antarctica and Patagonia. So I heard about that. I thought, well, that sounds interesting.
Pack your bags.
So that sounds fun. Podcast in the wind. In the freezing. We're like, and talk to it.
How amazing. And a penguin walks up.
I know. We'll be like, oh my God, this is George. Oh, I love that.
Dying to see that.
Anyway, yeah, that would be great. But yeah, so nothing specific.
Do you have any bucket list places?
Japan is definitely on my bucket list. Japan and
I'll go back.
Vietnam, Thailand.
Asia.
I know, all of Asia. It's, basically, let's just do Asia.
Okay.
I mean, it really is the one area of the planet I haven't been to yet.
Okay.
I've kind of been in Africa.
Yeah.
But I've been in a lot of other countries. And so those are really on my list. Yeah.
I would love to do a safari.
Yeah.
In Africa.
Oh, I'd love that too.
And I have an issue with Asia because this is so stupid because of the climate. When I think about Thailand, when I think about Vietnam, when I think about Hong Kong, Singapore, all the places that I want to go, all I just think about is how hot
Well,
I'm going to be... It's so stupid.
No, it's not, because you're saying Patagonia and my toes got cold. I'm like, that doesn't sound very fun. No, I mean, I think what we'll do is we'll research when it's the coldest month and we'll go then. Do you see how I just made that a we? Did you see how I did that? Did you notice that?
It's hot and muggy all the time.
Come on, there's a month where it's the lightest.
Maybe.
Come on.
But even if they're right by the equator.
I understand that, but even if it's like by 5 degrees.
I know. I just have to suck it up. And it is what it is.
And we'll just go naked. Well, not naked, but you know what I mean? In those flowy dresses that make you feel like you're naked, but you're not.
Yeah.
You know?
It just is what it is. I mean, when I went to Japan this last time, it pretty much rained the whole time. It was humid.
Yeah.
Humid. Like I've never felt before humid.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, it's an island and it is real wet.
Real wet.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
But it's fine because you're on vacation.
Yeah, it's true. You're like, I don't care.
Yeah.
Because your hair looks like you stuck your finger in a light socket. You're like, it's fine. It's all good. I love it.
I'm down though. So yeah.
All right. So let's travel. I'll listen. Listen. Like we covered before, I'm a yes person. So travel, yes.
Yes.
And being true to myself while I'm traveling, yes. Okay. So what's number 4?
Oh, hold one moment, please.
That was my non sequitur. All right. I'm done with that now. We're traveling.
This is a really good one because I don't think people pay attention to number 4 as much as they should. And it's choose a mate with care.
Oh boy.
Your partner has a huge impact on your life, happiness, health, and fulfillment. Choose someone who truly supports you. Truly supports you. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I think I lucked out.
You did.
But I also, I mean, I think it's my mom. The way she raised me, she was like, don't ever think that you have to get married and that you need a man. Only be with someone who is going to add to your life.
Yeah.
You know? And so I think since I was little, she really hammered that home.
Go mom.
Yeah. And she never wanted me to depend on a man. And, you have to have your own job, your own career path. I mean, she was like, have your own bank account, keep money to yourself. I mean, she was like really.
Go mom.
Really, husband, I don't have that. All of our money's together. Husband.
No extra account. Yeah.
Husband. But I think because of that, I had a very low tolerance for bullshit. So I was always attracted to I never had that bad boy thing.
Mm-hmm.
I always liked really solid, nice, kind men.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
Wonderful.
And that's what I got. So
you did. You did. He's fantastic.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I will attest to the other one where, it is so interesting. There's so much that in the choosing of my first mate, as if we're going to say it that way, that was, I get why it happened. If I could say it that way, there was so much that was good. I actually had a therapist once who said that about the two of us.
Mm-hmm.
She was watching us just interact. And she said to me later when I was alone, she goes, I get why this is so hard for you to leave.
Mm-hmm.
Because there was a rapport or some parts of it were so good.
You guys bantered
very well. Yeah. That was there.
Yeah.
Right. But the support thing,
yeah,
I just think that is so critical. And I think we can miss that really easily.
Mm-hmm.
And it's something that in my current relationship, that was I don't think I would have gone on a second date if I felt like that couldn't happen. I really don't.
Yeah.
My radar is so high for that.
Yeah.
On support.
Yeah. And I think, when we're younger, we get caught up in a lot of things that really don't matter.
Correct.
Really, really don't matter. I think obviously there has to be an attraction, but whatever that is for you personally, Right. Right. I think we work off of a resume too much when we're younger.
Agreed.
He's got to look like this. He's got to have this kind of job. He's got to, of course, but I feel like you have to strip all of that back and say what does all of that mean?
Mm-hmm.
If he has to look a certain way, no, he's attractive to you. That's all that's important.
Right.
I keep saying he, whoever it is.
Right.
Or he has a good job. No, you want someone who's a self-starter, who's motivated, who knows, who can handle responsibility. It's like those are actually the things that you're looking for.
Oh, I love how you're phrasing that. I think that's right. Yeah.
But you know what I mean? It's like, but I think we look
like
at
that.
things too superficially when we're younger. Because I think there is that peer pressure and maybe you're not being completely honest with what it is that you need and want out of life. But I do also, on the flip side, I think it is very hard when you're in your 20s.
To even know.
Yeah. You know, and, you know, what I will say now that we're a ripe old age of I'm 52, you're 50.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
I love that I had to think about it though.
I know.
But
I'm
yes.
like, wait, that life is really going to throw you a lot of bullshit.
Yes.
A lot of bullshit. You're going to change a lot.
Yeah.
Your partner is going to change a lot. And if that support and that partnership isn't there, you're just not going to make it.
Agreed.
You're not going to make it. It's like you're not going to grow in the same direction, but you have to grow together, if that makes any sense. Because, I mean, my husband and I have had so many different lives.
You really have.
I mean, so many different lives, careers, phases in our life, everything. And it's just, whatever it is, it was always, I've got your back, he's got my back. Whatever you need, figure it out.
Yeah, and you guys have ping-ponged back and forth on that, I think, so beautifully.
Yeah.
Because I think the two of you actually have lived more lives than most people do. You've really changed things up. You've done different things. The way you guys have moved cities, changed places, changed homes, changed the way that you live. It's amazing. And the way that the two of you have navigated that together.
Yeah.
I mean, you did choose your life partner with care. You know?
I did.
You really did.
I mean, we dated for 11 years. And then got married.
And then got married. And
I
been
love
married for how long?
This year we'll have been together for 30 years. So 30 minus 11.
19 years.
19 years.
Wowza.
And it's so funny. And we'll joke about it. And my husband will very often say, he's like, well, I'm still not sure. He's like, I think I should have my own checking account.
I can see him saying that too. I love that.
Mr. Sassy.
I love that.
Mr. Sassy.
Yeah.
But it's so important.
Yeah.
Not only that your partner has your back, but that you feel that way.
Yes. And yes, I think it's that feeling, that knowing, we did an episode earlier about, some of the health issues my dad has had and like running up against that and what that's like talking about life just throwing stuff at us. You kind of know that could happen, but like when you're actually in it, how do people respond to that? And I think knowing there's someone you can call, knowing they're going to be there, knowing they're going to actually handle it the right way, knowing they're not going to make it about them. There's so much when we say like someone who supports you, there is so much wrapped up into that.
Yes.
And I think it's really important to see each other under stress. And I think there's something that happens. It's so funny. We were talking about this earlier today, just as a different conversation. But I think a lot of the times as someone who was married for 20 years and now I'm dating someone, it's just been several months, right? The difference between intimacy and intensity.
Ooh.
And I was like, what? I know, but really looking at that. And I think so often, the mistake I made in getting married was I mistook the intensity for intimacy.
Oh, yeah.
And we didn't have that. I couldn't be, you haven't seen somebody, you haven't had a knockdown, drag out fight yet. We hadn't seen each other when one of our parents were sick. We hadn't seen each other when a kid or a pet or something needed our attention outside of each other to actually know what that support could even look like. And so we mistook the intensity of how we felt about each other for intimacy.
Is this like an infatuation versus love?
Kind of
thing related to.
So, but it's like, those first 6 months, we're all half drunk with like hormone. We're like, you're so pretty. I love you so much. Like, and to work through that part to get to actually what's under that, which is intimacy.
Sure. Yeah. The everyday. And the everyday is boring.
It's not sexy.
It's not sexy.
So what do you do with that?
Yeah.
Right. And I think in choosing a life partner, you've got to get to the intimate level.
Yeah.
Right. An intimate being, you know how they're going to respond when something happens. You know when the stuff hits the fan, they're going to show up this way or that way. And I think, at least for me in re-choosing, right, and looking at a different way to go this round is not ever having to manage their response. I just will never do that again. Or learning how to have to navigate or say things or do things in a certain way to get the response I actually just needed.
Yeah.
And that's not going to fly ever again.
I do think a red flag is if you're scared to talk about anything with your partner. Anything.
Yes. Anything.
You shouldn't be scared or hesitant to talk about anything with your partner.
Yep.
I mean, you may want to just pick the right time.
Oh, yeah.
Or gather your thoughts, right? But, you should never just be like,
I can't.
I can't.
No.
Yeah.
That is a massive, massive sign that you're in danger, I think. Because that's not support, right? It's like you have to be able to trust them to manage their own responses and to manage their own emotions and to be there for you enough to understand. I don't think we talk about that enough, honestly.
Same. And I think, as per usual, most of the time, I'm generalizing, but I think women carry so much of the emotional weight for the relationship or for the family.
Yes.
Constantly managing everyone's emotions.
Yes.
Kids, parents, partner.
Teachers.
Yeah.
That one, this one.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot. Yeah.
And I do want to say this because this is something my husband is very, very good at.
Yeah.
Is when I have lost complete faith in myself, he will refill that bucket for me.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, you just warmed my heart. That's,
because he's someone that knows me better than myself.
Right.
And so he, he's my biggest cheerleader. So if I'm just like, I can't do this, he's like, yes, you can. And will talk me through it or whatever.
Oh my God. I'm going to go hug him now.
Yeah.
I love
he's a hugger.
That. He is. I love that he does that. I love that he does that for you.
Yeah.
It's everything. And that, by the way, is the beauty and the depth that comes with that many years. And that's the intimacy. That's what I'm saying. Like he knows you better than you know yourself.
Yeah.
And you can't get to that point just because it feels intense. You have to get to that point over time and through obstacles. And I think that's a mistake a lot of us make.
Yeah. I mean, we all of us, the collective, we have been through so many of our friends' weddings and divorces, marriages and divorces or whatever. And it's always, especially when our friends were getting married, like in the 20s and 30s or whatever, it was like, you could see it. It was like they partied together and they just thought that because they partied well together, they could hang out and they had so much fun. Again, it was that intensity that they thought could carry, that they thought, I don't know, getting married was a good idea. I'm like, that is so idiotic. But yeah, and then it would just last a couple of years. It's always such a shame.
It is. It's heartbreaking. And you can get, I think any one of us can have empathy for how that happens. Like you can get how that happens because that intensity feels like it's intimacy. It really does, but it's not.
Yeah, we're like drunk.
That's exactly right. That's what I meant. You're like on those hormones. You're not in your right mind just yet. And you got to really wade through that to see what day-to-day life looks like. Yeah.
I mean, you don't need to wait 11 years like I did.
Well, or get married as fast as I did. So,
but I would definitely say, in terms of advice, this is the only like black and white, like a piece of advice I can give people is you have to live together before you get married, before you even get engaged. Live together, do that for a while.
Do the mundane.
Yes.
Do the mundane.
And I'm not even talking about, well, no, I'm like pretty much there every night anyway. No.
No, it's different.
Live together.
It's different when it's their space too.
Yeah.
Right? It's different.
Yep.
Yeah. Because you can't be like, oh, sorry, I left my cup there. It's like, no, that's your cup.
Yeah.
And you know what I mean? It's a whole
And there's no
thing.
escape. You can't go back to your life.
No.
There's no escape.
Yeah. And that's important, I think. I think it's important to go through that. Okay, so that will help us choose the right life mate. Yeah. And I think what we said too is not for us, kind of what we've sort of surmised out of all this is support. Not being afraid to go to this person that you are choosing to spend your life with about anything.
Yeah, you can have zero doubt that person's got your back.
Oh, I love that so much. Yes, I totally agree.
Yeah.
Totally agree.
Okay. Number 5.
Let's go.
Say it now.
Oh, Lord.
Don't wait to express your love, gratitude, apologies, or important words. You never know how much time you have left.
Well, dang it. I got to go. No, I'm just kidding. There's I got to go make some calls. No. Wow. That's profound, I think. Dang.
That's something I have to actually remind myself.
Yeah.
Because I'm in my head a lot.
Uh-huh.
And I'm not a very verbal I know we're having a podcast, but I'm not a very verbal person.
Right. You're not.
No. And so I get in my head a lot or whatever. And I really have tried to just not to try and change that a little bit just over the past few years. If I'm out and a stranger's t-shirt catches my eye, it's just, especially if it's a woman, say, hey, I like your t-shirt. That's
I
a great
love
t-shirt.
that.
Right? Just these little compliments. You could make someone's day.
Seriously.
You could make someone's day.
Yeah.
But I think we're so quick to criticize. We're so quick to leave a negative review versus a positive review that I'm really trying to be more complimentary, leave positive reviews, things like that, more than all the negative ones. But yeah, just saying it. Just saying it. You know, my husband and I are actually really good with that. But even with you guys, friends, just
I love you.
Yeah. Love you. Telling each other how much we appreciate each other.
Right.
Just always.
No, I think that's important. And it's funny when it said, say it now, I had that response was how it's so interesting. I was thinking of the difficult things.
Yeah.
That back to our previous conversation for number 4, could not say for so long.
Yeah.
And how I wish I'd said it now. You know what I mean? I wish I'd had that advice in those moments, be no, just say it now. You need to know how this is all going to fall apart anyway.
Yeah.
And if it doesn't fall apart, it's because you did the right thing, and then I think I was too scared to do that. So I like this in the positive way. Say it now, apologize now, tell people the good things now. I think I really did feel that spur of I got to go real quick. I really was there's so many people I love, or so many people I'm so impressed with, or so many people I haven't reached out to. So I'm actually going to actively do that. I'm really going to take that on. I love that.
Yeah.
I love that idea.
This is actually reminding me, there's someone that I knew, I don't want to say I knew very well, but I knew personally, and I've been out of touch with him for a very, very long time or whatever. But I just found, and I think he was around my age, and I found out that he passed away a couple weeks ago in his sleep.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Nothing remarkable or whatever. He just kind of passed in his sleep. And it was shocking. It was shocking to hear. I just found out about a couple days ago. And so, you just never know.
Yeah, it's so true.
You just never know. So just
say it.
Just say it.
Say it now.
Are there any instances you can think of where you wish you had said something?
Oh, that's a great question. I don't think so. I mean, because unlike you, I'm very verbal. I think it, I say it. I think it, I say it. It's sometimes too often. The only one that's coming to mind at this moment, my aunt passed away recently, and I used to call her the mothera.
Yeah.
Because she just had this mom energy. I think she had 8 kids. Forgive me. Cousins, I love you. I can't remember. But no, she had 5 kids by the time she was 23. She had 5 children, right? It's it just makes my head explode.
Yeah.
So she had this mother energy. She was just the mothera. And always talking, always knowing what everybody's doing. She'd send me these great, animated gift cards for Christmas, just mothera. And over the last couple of years before she passed away, right before she passed away, her husband got sick. And so she got really preoccupied with that, as she should have. And I think there are a couple of times I should have pushed just a tiny bit harder to remind her how much she meant to me.
Yeah.
Because I didn't see that coming.
Yeah.
I didn't think that 2 months, 3 months after he passed away, she'd go. She was I'm done.
That happens a lot.
It does.
With couples.
I know. And was he her person.
Yeah.
Oh, talk about great life partner, right? It was her 3rd husband.
Okay.
And she got it right,
Yeah.
And it just, they were each other's people. It was so great.
So she had 5 kids before, and then she had 3 more, just kind of later on?
Oh, no, I was just remarking that she was 23 by the time she'd had 5.
Okay.
She had 7 with her first husband. She had 1 with her second husband.
Okay.
And then her 3rd husband, they were just together.
Did he have any kids?
I don't believe he had any kids.
Okay. I was like, because that would be some crazy blended family.
Is a Thanksgiving dinner. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, no, I don't believe he did. But boy, they were and he was so sweet to her. Talk about support, right?
Oh.
I was reminded of it when you were talking about your relationship with your husband, how he can replenish that for you when you're feeling low.
Yeah.
And I have that now too. And I think it's very cool to see how that changes. And I'm even thinking of her, it took 3 times and she got it, right? Like that, she knew what she needed by the 3rd time. Like that's what I need.
Yeah.
And she got it. But I wish I'd told her a little bit more.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's my only one. I mean, she knows I loved her. Like, I'm not like, oh, I hope she knows. No, I know she knows that.
Yeah.
Doesn't hurt to say it more.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah.
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 Say it now.
Say it now, baby.
All right.
Yeah. All right. Well, I've loved this conversation with you.
Me too.
You were right. We got into some stuff. I hope you're savoring things more now and you actually kind of like lean in a little bit more to anything you might regret. It sounds like you are. It sounds like you're working on it anyway.
I'm working on it. I am trying to be a little bit more thoughtful just in the hour to hour, the minute to minute of every day. Because you know me, I just do.
Yeah, you do.
I'm a doer and not a thinker.
We say yes.
Yeah.
Yes now.
I'm just like, okie dokie. And yeah. So just trying to be more thoughtful.
I love that.
About things.
I love that.
Yeah.
Aww.
Well, I love you so much.
I love you more. I said it now. I said it now.
Well, thank you guys so much for tuning in. Please let us know your thoughts down below in the comment section. And please subscribe if you're watching us on YouTube.
Yeah. And a huge call out to Mel Robbins for this conversation. Thank you so much. So good. And for those of you listening in, just listening in, make sure you give us a 5-star rating and write a review, please. It just helps more people find us so that we can grow our community and talk shit and laugh even more. We'll see you in the next episode.